Over 2,500 in the J. Davidson Stadium this afternoon. It's finished Altrincham 2, Southend United 0. Excellent game of football between two very good sides. Altrincham manager Phil Parkinson joins us. Phil, you've got to be absolutely delighted with the result, the performance, the attendance, everything about today.
No, everything, and you've missed a bit of a local celebrity, Tony Sanders, former Altrincham manager. Felt a little bit of pressure today with him being here, all-time great. So yeah, I was delighted. Everything that you said there and him being here made it ever so special.
Got to give credit to Southend United. They're clearly a very, very good side, as you've been saying in the build-up to this game. And I thought it was a real gargantuan battle.
Yeah, well, we said from the outset, listen, there'll be no quarter given by either team today, and there certainly wasn't. We turned up to a gunfight, and we felt we come out on top today. We felt we really deserved that win.
First half was a nip and tuck, and it took a little while for chances to appear. There weren't too many chances in the opening stages, but eventually they did come. And the first really good chance of the game fell to the Shrimpers. Harry Cardwell, he'll be disappointed he's not hit the target because he's had a lot of the goal to aim at.
Yeah, I don't remember him having the first one. I remember him having a good opportunity. I felt we'd had about 3 or 4 good opportunities for us where we should have scored. We were a little bit hesitant in front of goal, and some great defending from Southend as well. But that's what we were involved in today. A really top game with some really good players for both teams. And as you said there, Cardwell's had a really good attempt. I'm presuming you're on about the header where he's peeled off and he's had too much time in the box, and we addressed that, and I think we kept him really quiet the rest of the game.
In terms of our chances in the first half, possibly the best one was a great move down the left. I think it was a wonderful ball from Elliot Osborne, and Justin Amaluzor slid the ball in. Dio Angus hasn't quite got there, and Alex Newby couldn't quite finish it, but it was a great chance, that was.
Yeah, as I said, I thought it was really good defending from Ralph at the back post. I mean, how that's not going in, I have no idea. I mean, Dio, you're thinking, can you get it? And then when it falls to Noobs at the back post, you're seeing goal and it's not gone in, and you're just wondering, is it going to be one of them days where you create chances and they've got an 11-goal centre forward up top who you think he's just going to have one chance and score? And that was the challenge to the centre backs. And as I said, 11 goals for him. Marcus, the previous week at Gateshead, top marksman. Bainesy and Coops are doing a fantastic job keeping them quiet, but I don't think they had loads and loads to do. I felt the way the team functioned and played, we reduced them to very little.
Defensively as a team, we're very efficient at the moment.
Yeah, we're so far ahead of where we were last season defensively. We look in control of difficult situations, even where they've had a little, 15-20 minute spell where we've become a little bit disjointed after the goal. Ethan makes a great save, but apart from that, I felt we were really comfortable in and out of possession today.
And it was a key moment in the game because it was not long after Ethan Ross's magnificent save early in the second half that we've taken the lead, and another picture goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, delighted with the goals. When you look at a lot of our goals, you can see the well-worked, the well-coached goals. That's not, I've said how many times have I stood in front here, it's not by luck, that it's by design. Really top work that goes on the training field. I always sing Neil's praises, brilliant coach. Gets some really good work in with the lads, and I feel everything we're doing at the moment is sort of going the right way. So we've just got to keep doing that. We've got to keep pushing forward, got to keep improving, not rest on our laurels. And we can see we've got a talented group here. As long as we can defend right, we've always got firepower, and especially with lads returning now. You look, it's the first time for probably a month, if not longer, where we've had real quality to come off the bench. Regan coming on, JD scores. Jez not even getting on the pitch. I feel so sorry for Jez at the moment, desperate to get him on. And he will get his time, but ultimately we've got real quality coming on now.
The second goal, another fantastic goal. Justin Donovan had only been on the pitch a few minutes, and Chris Clark, who's been instrumental in both goals. His assist record is magnificent this season, but it's the deftest of finishes.
It was superb, and again, if Chris doesn't have that vision and that weight of pass, we don't get that goal. So Chris deserves a hell of a lot of credit. We've been on at the forwards quite a lot about decision making in the final third, because we do create some really good chances, and can we be unselfish in them moments, and he was again.
Southend were in the game throughout. In the last 10 minutes we brought on James Jones, changed shape a little bit, and it needed that because they're a very good side and they're certainly capable of creating something.
Well, that's what they're there for. That's what we've got these really good players for. With the game had turned a little bit where we were defending and they were attacking without any real guile to it. It was just the fact of we felt an extra defender in that moment would serve as well, and we could hit them on the counter attack, which we did. And like I said, we weathered the spell where they had a little bit of pressure, but didn't create a great deal because we defended so well, apart from Ethan Saith. And then we hit them on the counter attack. So people like James Jones, I mean, Sam Roscoe not even making the bench today. I mean, he's training so well, he doesn't deserve not to be in the squad. Top player. And that's where we need to be. We need to have that strength and depth. And like I said, now we've got that, it really adds to the competition. Lads know they've got to be on their A game. Not that they weren't before, but even more so now. And it just helps us in every department. We can change shape. We can change the way we need to play. And that's been a big growth for this team. We stuck with them last season where a lot of people probably questioned the defence. I felt they needed another season in terms of another chance to go again, and they've proved everybody, well, they've certainly proved the management team right to stick by those lads because they look like top defenders in this division now. And
second half, under the lights, the atmosphere was absolutely crackling.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I love it. I've always said I love it here when we're under the lights, especially when they get behind us the way they do. That it's like having the 12th man on the pitch. It really drives the lads on, gives them an extra 5-10%, and that's the difference. All teams have it. You go to Southend, you hear the roar of the crowd. It gives them a massive lift. And while we're doing well, we expect attendances to increase, and why not? Why wouldn't you come and watch your local team? Why wouldn't you come and get behind us? Any Altrincham fans out there, if you know people aren't coming, drag them down to the J Davison. It could be the difference between us being where we are now and not being where we are. So keep coming down, keep getting behind us. It massively helps.
And I thought we moved the ball about the pitch really well in the first half. Some of our football was a delight to see, and it was on a difficult pitch. We should pay credit to Adam and the ground staff because under very difficult circumstances they've got a pitch playable today.
Yeah, absolutely. The pitch was it's probably the worst that you've seen it, but ultimately we're very lucky that we've got it on, because if it wasn't for Adam and his guys, there's no way it'd be on. The amount of rain that we've had is unprecedented. You've had almost a month's worth of rain in 2 weeks. It was horrific last week, some of the training conditions that we were working in, and I was worried Thursday that would we get it on. Full credit to them for getting it on. I know it doesn't look great, but ultimately when you have the amount of rainfall that we've had, we're never going to play if we don't get these types of games on when it dries out for a couple of days. So it's got a couple of weeks to recover now, but then it'll have a bit of heavy loading again. So I'm sure Adam will be working exceptionally hard to make sure the pitch is as good as it can be again.
10 games unbeaten, great to get the record into double figures, and I don't think we are quite under the radar at the moment, but we're certainly coming out from under the radar on a weekly basis.
No, I think we're making a big noise, and that's what I want us to be. There's no point in me playing things down. We've reassessed the goals, we've got different aspirations now. We've seen where we're at as a squad. We know what we can do in this division. The biggest thing that will hurt us is injuries. I've said it all the way through. So it was a bit like Maidenhead. I felt like we'd cracked it again. We got everyone back, and then we get 3 or 4 injuries. And we're just starting to get some back. Noobs has got a knock today, so we're going to have to assess him. He could be out now. So you just get a few back, and then another one goes down. I mean, I'm crossing everything that it's not, because I thought he was superb today.
We've got a week off. Having had a couple of weeks off leading into this game, another thing you must have been delighted with after a couple of weeks off, which Southend had as well, it's easy that you perhaps don't drop into gear straight away and things don't work properly, but we functioned right from the word go today.
Do you know what? Everyone's worked so hard, and I know all the other teams will have done as well. We've worked exceptionally hard. I haven't took a foot off the gas. Everything we've been doing on and off the pitch, getting to loads of different games, the training that's been going on, and you could see it there. I'm not going to tell you too much about what we were working on, but anyone who studies the game will see some of the little nuances that we put into place there. And it worked a treat. It was great to see. And the goal you get, you're absolutely buzzing about that, because it's stuff that you've worked on in training. It's stuff that you're communicating to the players and they're executing. Again, not conceding from set pieces. All the question marks over us. And then the worry of 2 weeks, are you losing that bit of momentum? And I know they would have felt the same. And everybody, when you've been off for 2 weeks, is desperate to get off to a winning start, and we have. So hopefully that can continue.
There's a long way to go, Phil, but the club's buzzing at the moment.
It is. It's a great place to be, and just while we're talking about the club, it's really important that we remember everybody who works ever so hard. And I know Noel Shields has gone down. He's been under the weather, been in hospital, and I just want to say that one was for you, Noel. It was a big win, and I know you give everything for the club, and thanks for everything you do, and get well soon.